Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today.
Hey guys, it's Professor Presbury back again with another episode of Hey Professor. Again, I am Professor Javon M.H. Presbury, if you know me that way. If not knowing me that way, I'm also a director of medical records. I'm a published author. I'm a budding influencer, I guess. And I'm just a guy just trying to make it through like everybody else, right? So this episode is going to be about smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. I'm sorry. No, the reason I did that, it's so random. Like, whenever you watch like a video and people are like, put the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. So I'm just like, all right, cool, whatever, right? So I figured I would just say that. In any case, that's what I was saying. This episode is going to be about certifications. The last episode was about degrees. So let's talk about certifications a little bit, right? So I have my MHA, that's my degree. I have my RHIA, my CDIP, and my CCS. So those are all certifications from AHIMA. Don't worry, I'll do a whole episode on AHIMA versus AAPC another time, and I'll post it for you guys so you can figure out what you want to do there. But certifications, what they do differently from a degree, right? So like I said in the last one, I'll say it again, a degree is very broad, right? So a degree says, hey, this person has a broad knowledge in this field, right? A certification is a little more specific. So like I said, I hold my RHIA. So what that says is, Registered Health Information Administrator, right? So what that says is, okay, this individual knows how to be in a leadership role. This individual knows how to manage a health information department, a revenue cycle department, et cetera, et cetera. This person is well-versed in those types of practices as in leadership for that space. CDIP, clinical documentation improvement. That means that this individual has experience as a documentation improvement practitioner. We're talking about queries. We're talking about improving the medical records through education for physicians and residents, et cetera, et cetera. CCS, certified coding specialist. We're saying that this individual has met the requirements and satisfies all the things they need to be for an actual coder. So I've done all those things, right? So, and then there's other things I'm looking at, like a billing certifications and other ones through HFMA, and I'll talk about those another time. But basically, a certification really rounds you out. Now, degrees versus certifications. In an ideal world, both. In an ideal world, I'm gonna tell you the truth, both. But I feel like certifications really do help give that oomph. So what I'm going to say is this, right? For instance, myself, MHA, like I said, RHIA, CDIP, CCS. What I'm taking is a billing certification. And what that'll help do is that'll help round me out. So usually if a person wants to pivot into a different space, but they don't want to commit entirely, let's say, to another degree, a certification would be the way to go. So, obviously they take a lot less time. Degrees can take years. So a degree will take anywhere from usually like a year and a half or maybe like a year on like an accelerated plan to like 2 years, maybe 3 years. Again, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying that degrees are bad. I have several degrees. I know people with degrees. It's great, right? But what I'm saying is that if you've kind of reached that space and you feel like you're just trying to pivot. Right now, I've gone as far as I want to go on the traditional education track as far as having a master's. I'm fine with that, right? So now you want to pivot. Now you want to split off. I want to get my billing certifications. I want to get some more revenue cycle certifications, some more financial certifications to really show that I can exist in those spaces. And that's what certifications are going to do for you. Are they required? Yes. A lot of organizations will not hire you without those certifications. So that's why you really want to make sure that you're as well-rounded as you can be. You want to, like I said, if you can, do both. I would not say that one really can be used as a substitute for the other. I would say that they kind of go lock in step, right? So if you are at a place that requires a master's degree, but you have several certifications, they may still not consider you. If you are a person with a master's degree and then you go and then they don't have any, and then you don't have any certifications, they may have a problem there. So the reason I say that, right? I worked at an organization, right? I've been working there for 4 years plus, and in all the 4 years, holding all my credentials as I do, no one ever asked for them. It was like, okay, that's nice that you have that. I mean, I don't even know what that is. HR was like, I don't even know what that is, but that's fine. I'm glad you got that. Okay, thanks for letting us know all these letters behind your name. But, when I got into that situation a little bit later, okay, now here comes CMS, now here comes Joint Commission, and they're asking, does everyone that you have in a leadership position have all the credentials that would be required for that position? And then they were like, oh, what do you need? And they found out it was RHA, and guess what? I had it. But that could have been a different situation. It could have been a situation where the person they had in that spot did not have what they need. And then that's another problem. So that's why I'm saying is that you do, if those requirements have those certifications, you do need them. Again, like I said, not really something that can be seen as a substitute for a degree, something that kind of goes hand in hand with it, kind of rounds you out. It'll save you money, it'll save you time, it'll reflect your expertise in this new area without perhaps going back to school for yet another degree or yet another, master's or like another bachelor's. So I think that that's what the actual use of certifications is. And like I said, there's so many agencies out there that have certifications that it's important to know what you need for the job that you want. One of the things that my father taught me, and I'm going to pass on to you guys, right, is this. If there's a job that you want and you're like, you're just getting started, but there's a job that you want, look up the job that you want, see what the requirements are, and then work backwards to meet those requirements. Let's put, for instance, right, there was a time when I was a younger gentleman, maybe like 13 years ago, let's say, where I had just started off in the field. I didn't have anything, and I wanted to be a HIM director. So you Google HIM director, what do they require, and then you see how to get there. It is the first step, and it can be difficult, but you got to start somewhere, right? And believe me, time moves faster than you know. So again, I hope I've answered your questions. I can always do a follow-up video. So share, comment, subscribe, like if you want to. If not, hey, that's cool. I'll still be here sharing this great knowledge with you. Thank you guys for coming back for another episode of Hey Professor, and I'm Javon M.H. Presbury, wishing you well. Good night.
Intelligence is not enough. Intelligence plus character. That is the true goal of education.